Are you still sleeping on SUIDEX and Blue Protocol, bro? Seriously, are you still sleeping on them? I've been banging on about these two protocols for a while, both on X and here on YouTube. And again, there's no affiliate rewards. I don't get paid for talking about them. It's just, these are two protocols that are literally paying my bills, and I'm not even having to sell my principal. So I have to tell you about them. It's just something I want to tell you about. Do your own research, obviously not financial advice. But with SUIDEX, I've got like long-term tokens, for example, Bitcoin. And I'm not in any rush to sell my Bitcoin right now, especially a large part of it. So what I've done is I've actually wrapped some of my Bitcoin on Sui, and I've got it in a single pool. So I haven't even got any like impermanent loss, a risk or anything like that. And I'm just sort of printing victory token every day, just by sitting it in there. So if you've got a long-term outlook on it, I would suggest definitely, give it a look, because there's a 4% fee in and a 4% fee out. So do the calculations. If you're only going to have it in there for a little while, probably don't bother. But if you're going to have it in there for months or years even, then obviously that 4% in and 4% out is not going to be a problem. And I don't think the 4% out will even be an issue in the next sort of couple of years. Don't quote me on that, I need to check on that. But it's basically, for me, it's a no-brainer. And I've also got some pairs. I'm bullish on Sui as well, so I'm holding on to a decent bag of Sui, and I'm pairing them up in the pools. I've got some Sui Trump Sui pools, I've got some Tree Sui pools. Shout out to Peter the Arborist, who's got the Tree token, doing great things, and the NF trees are coming out soon, so I'm going to be getting involved in them as well and help to sort of market them. I've also got the Victory USDC pool going, so there's so much stuff on this, just printing victory token every day. And basically what I'm doing personally is I'm locking a portion of my victory token in the locker, the vault, and I'm earning more victory and more Sui by doing that. And it also helps the protocol as well, just by putting the victory in there. I can obviously take some profit out of some of that, and some of that I just sell and put it back into some more LPs and keep growing my LP positions. This is like crypto farming. We're not having to sell our actual principal, and we're sort of cash flowing. And that's why I love farming so much. And it's V2 as well, so you haven't got to keep on rebalancing your portfolio. So I was doing some free farming, but it becomes like a full-time job. And it's really not what I got involved in DeFi for. It was to sort of, release the chains of the 9 to 5 really, and it kind of becomes a bit too much like that when you're constantly rebalancing and all that impermanent loss stuff. Now obviously your LP can go down in value if one of the tokens goes down or both goes down, but you're not, it's only impermanent loss when you sell basically. So I've got some nice positions printing victory token in SUIDEX. So there's so many different ways and different strategies. I'm not a whale, but I've got a fair few $1,000s invested. I've got a few different accounts. So massive shout out to Richie, he's doing a great job over there. It's a real gift to DeFi, I think, SUIDEX. It's simple, it's like just exactly what I want in a farm. So it's so easy, you can do everything on there. You've got the SUIDEX and the Sui farm. I've done a walkthrough of it before, I'll link that video as well in here so you can have a look at it. But again, I don't get paid for talking about this, it's just something I'm really, really into right now, and it's doing a great job. And the other thing I want to talk about is Blue Protocol, and that is just like going from strength to strength. It really is like an absolute insane money printer. And with the Arborian utility, the epoch ended yesterday, so basically the current APR is 320%. Now that's kind of been roughly what it's been hanging around at, and all I'm doing basically is I've actually converted all of my blue, so you've got S Blue, which earns 1.7% per day, as if that wasn't enough. I've converted that into G Blue, the governance blue, and it's still earning, indexed, it's still earning 1.7% per day. But what I've done is I've paired it with Ethereum. You can do all of this on the Blue website, by the way. I've paired it with Ethereum, and I'm staking it as an LP, and that's earning me ABX token, right? Which is the Arborian token, which has actually gone up in value recently. I think it's 0.001. And you can make thousands of these tokens a day, and never have to actually sell your G-Blue or your Ethereum, and all the time the LP is currently, you know, we're still earning 1.7% per day, so you don't have to touch your principal, it's still growing. Even if you sold, excuse me, even if you sold all of your ABX, which by the way I'm not doing, because I've got again a fairly bullish outlook on ABX token, what I'm personally doing is I'm continuing to lock some of my ABX up. Now when I say lock, you can still get to it, by the way, so it's not like you're actually locking it forever, but I'm locking it to get voting power, a bit like on SUIDEX, and I'm earning another sort of 100% APR just by voting once a week. That's what I'm personally doing. So I'm locking about 25% of my ABX, I'm taking a bit of profit, and then I'm putting some back straight into the G-Blue wrapped ETH. So I just basically, on the Aborian website, I just go to trade and trade my ABX for ETH, and over on the Blue Protocol website, I just zap it straight back into the LP. It's insanely simple, but it's an absolute freaking printer, and I don't have to touch my principal, the same as SUIDEX. So I can be taking profits whilst my LPs are still growing. You know, it's just again a total no-brainer for me. And there's more coming. I mean, Aaron works at the speed of sound. I really do think Aaron is AI. I don't think any human can work as fast as he can. But he's also got the vault now as well. So if you don't even want to get involved in the ABX voting and all that, if you're like, oh, it's too hard, I don't want to do it. It's not hard, by the way. But if you think it is and you don't want to be involved in that, you can just put it in the vault and it auto compounds your LP. So I'll leave the links to those. If you literally just want to create the LP, and you can zap it all in from any chain, by the way, any chain pretty much, straight into the LP, you can just sit back and it compounds for you 4 times a day. Now I do have some in there, I put, you know, $100 in there just to try it out, and I might put a little bit more in there as well, just so I've got sort of, you know, I like to spread things out a little bit. But it's so easy to print with Blue Protocol, and the price is so affordable right now. I'm still buying, so I'm still compounding, I'm still buying, I'm still, you know, putting back into the LP pretty much on a daily basis, and you can sort of do whatever you like with the ABX. There's so many different strategies that you can use. It doesn't really, you know, matter too much. You know, do your own research and everything like that. But I've got a very strong bullish outlook on G-Blue, on Blue Token, and on ABX. So yes, I'm taking profit, but I'm also storing some as well and building up my positions. So those are 2 protocols that I'm personally involved in right now. I don't get paid to talk about either of them. There's no affiliate rewards, nothing like that. If you join up, you won't be supporting the channel, it would just be what you want to do. But massive shout out to Aaron at Blue Protocol, and for Richie and the team at SUIDEX. They're doing a grand job for DeFi, and this is what DeFi is all about, becoming your own bank and living off the yield. We don't have to sell our principal. Yes, of course, if we do have this monster bull run that we all hope for, this altcoin season, I will of course be taking profits from my altcoin holdings. But right now I'm sitting back, I'm letting the market do its thing, I'm not panicking. But in the meantime, I don't know what's going on with my Osmo here, it's been a bit weird, maybe the heat. In the meantime, I'm just cash flowing using you know, protocols like G-Blue, Aborian, SUIDEX. But anyway, I hope you guys all have an absolutely amazing day, whatever you're doing. Stay bullish, and I'll see you all in the next video.